Man, I love that beat right there. Tribe up. Hey, great day. Welcome to the House of Cons. I'm Blackjack. Tribing up again on a Tuesday. I ain't even changed the date, y'all. I'm Blackjack all over the place, ain't it? But it is. November 7th, 2023. Sliding on by, ain't it, y'all? We got a good show lined up for y'all. Hey, we dropping new stuff all day today, y'all. We did a marathon yesterday, a throwback. I hope everybody had a good time. And if you like that old Blackjack, cause things have changed. I ain't afraid to say it. Things have changed. I keep telling y'all, Blackjack always been the type of nigga to adapt real, very fast. I would pivot in the heartbeat on the nigga. With that being said, things ain't gonna be the same. If you like that old flow, how we used to be doing before we got people on our trail, I hate to say it, you gotta tribe up and get a membership and check them old videos out. But we on to the next phase now, and it's a time for everything. It's a time to teach. It's a time to learn. It's a time for peace. It's a time for war. It's a time to live. It's time to die. It's a time to let live. It's time to kill. Maxine crossing the house, tribe butt salute. So if you like the old style before we got in war mode, you gonna have to go back to the catalog. We got plenty of videos. We pushing 600 videos over here. We got plenty videos. So if you like that old style, you feel uncomfortable with me on my warpath, go back to the old stuff, get a membership. Right now we on the warpath. We still teaching though. And unfortunately, straight up, we ain't cutting no corners, man. Blackjack don't cut corners. Blackjack don't cut corners. Blackjack cut right through. I ain't cutting no corners. Straight up, we on the warpath with Sasa Lasa. And since Sasa Lisa biting us so hard, we on him. And we forever attached to his channel now. He's a part of the show. Hey, Saucy. So I know some of Saucy friends be watching me. I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be friends with I ain't saying you gotta stop being friends with Sasa Lisa. I ain't saying you gotta start watching Sasa Lisa channel. But he permanently a part of my show now. He permanently attached to House of Cons. And I ain't gonna stop until I got 10 times the videos he got with his name in my titles. So you type in Sasa Lisa, you gonna pull up the House of Cons. This ain't no game. This business and this is war, my nigga. And when you ain't got no ammo, you should be careful who you fight with. Cause the algorithm don't care. The algorithm don't care who Socialist is. The algorithm care what got the most videos with Socialist in it. Hey, Dale Fitnatic in the house. Tribe butt salute to Dale Fitnatic. So I mean, don't be on here. Listen, any of y'all that's watching, if you got a channel, don't get on here beefing with nobody that got more work than you. Because if they smart, they can eliminate you. They can limit with the algorithm. If you ain't got but 100 videos on your channel and your name Sasa Lisa, then somebody that got way more videos than you, they can load up 200 videos with your name in it, and the algorithm gonna pull up their work. You don't believe me? Put his name in your search and see what come up. See what's coming up in his search now. Sasa Lisa. And he ain't even done no work in 5 days. How I know? Because I check every hour. I check Sasa Lisa page every hour. I'm waiting on him to drop a video so we can do a content review. That's part of the show now. Part of this new show is reviewing Sasa Lisa. Sasa Lisa, we waiting on you to drop something. I know you watching. We waiting on you to drop something new so we can do a content review on your stuff, bro. You be tripping. You be talking about we worshiping Baal and stuff. You be misspeaking about our ancestors. So I know a lot of people watch you, and someone watch me too. So when you speak wrong, I got to make sure I'm there to correct it. I got to make sure I'm coming there to correct. After all, you getting it all from me. You just messing up sometimes. Like, this ain't gonna stop, y'all. He part of this show now. We tribing up on something new today, y'all. Y'all, hey, I ain't even put no thumbnail up. I told y'all, Blackjack is in rare form. I ain't putting no thumbnail up. The thumbnail on the first screen with the canoe. And the name of the video of the day show is, we dropping new stuff all day. It's 1,000-year-old Native American canoe found. Cause see, people be on the old stuff, man. I'm like, man, move on, nigga. Do something new, nigga. What's something new nobody ain't found? Do anybody know about the 1,000-year-old canoe they just found? Anybody know about it? Now we need to talk about it, and we need to connect dots with it. We don't need to just be regurgitating goofy stuff. We need to connect dots with what we're doing over here. And speaking of connecting dots, man, I'm gonna connect the dots with the members. I was gonna do a members only last night. I changed my mind though. I said, nah, we did that throwback marathon yesterday, so I postponed the members only. New stuff. I'm gonna hold that out. And we did Blackjack Radio last night. We tried we had a good little time vibing out some smooth music. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing that on the Shabbat, Saturday nights at 10, Monday nights at 10, and Wednesday nights at 10. And we're gonna have different flavors for different nights. Monaga, some nights smooth, some nights we might just be popping out. And we're gonna have open mic. If you think you can sing, we're gonna have Showtime at the Apollo on Blackjack Radio. And your ass come in here and you think you can sing, but you sound like somebody out here, a cat out here, we're gonna bring out the Sandman on your ass. You know, we're gonna have fun over here. We're gonna keep it moving and we're gonna learn. But let's talk about today's show, this 1,000-year-old canoe found. Because, man, people don't be knowing what they be talking about, man. I be tired of people that don't know what they talking about on here just talking and don't know what they talking about. All kind of people. Let's read a little bit about this canoe first. I think they call it a dugout canoe. Salute to Be More Bigfoot in the house, tribe up. Salute, Monaga. I think they call it a dugout canoe, Monaga. We always looking for something. And by the way, this was from April 21st, 2023, Monaga. This is pretty new. Pretty new, Monaga. The canoe was discovered in the summer of 2021 by 3 teenagers who went swimming in the 9,000-acre lake in Columbus County in southeast North Carolina. Shout out to, hey, all right now. We talking the Carolinas, Monaga. Shout out to Monagas in the Carolina. My family, I got my roots run in the Carolina, Monaga. Shout out to Monagas like Albert Perry in the Carolina. So when we see an ancient 1,000-year-old canoe dugout, somebody find in Carolina, we know an Albert Perry looking ass Naga did it, right? We know this. We study over here. We know this. We know who did it. One of the teenagers, Eli Hill. I don't even believe that's his real name. Stepped on the canoe thinking it was a log. I tried to pick it up and it never came up, he told WECT. And see right here, they got a little view of what they uncovered out there in the stronghold of the Naga. And we ain't gonna even read that whole article because we got the video right here. Salute tribe, but fair use YouTube.
This canoe pulled from Lake Waccamaw Wednesday is a symbol of nearly 1,000 years of Native American culture in southeastern North Carolina. Michael
fair use, educational purposes.
Of the Waccamaw Siouan tribe. He says it's rare to find pieces of history like this one.
Now hold on, let me pause this. Hey, I watched this already. Now, this dude on here, y'all know he a hijack, right? Y'all know he a hijack, right? And he don't look like us. I don't care how dark he is. He don't look like us. I don't trust him. I don't know him. He ain't one of us. So let's let him listen carefully to what he says, though.
Would have carried a many a brave. We feel like in our heart it's a history that we're still exploring and understanding, because this is
a history you still exploring and understanding. I thought it was your history. It ain't your history. You studying and exploring the Naga history and you trying to hijack it.
The first time we've had access.
The discovery unexpected. Eli Hill is one of 3 teenagers who stumbled upon it while swimming in the lake during the summer of 2021.
We were throwing mimosas at each other, and I stepped on it, and I thought it was a log, and I tried to pick it up, and it never came up, so we kept digging at it, and it just kept going. And then the next day we came back, and we started digging some more, and it just kept going.
State archaeologist John Mintz says that led to a lengthy removal process, but it was worth it in the end.
This canoe is about 1,000 years old, and it's a southeastern Indian canoe. And
okay, how the white man know more about how the pale face know more about the canoe than the so-called fake Indian they showed us in the beginning? Talking about he's still exploring and learning. Y'all don't see what's going on here.
Originated from this area. So we wanted the local Indian group to be part of it and share with the agency of it.
You want the local Indian group? So did you go to the hood? Or did you go to the pretenders on the reservation? Salute.
You big dummy.
Well, we see where he went, y'all.
The canoe will be taken to a lab in Greenville to be preserved, studied, and
Hold up. Whoa, hold up, bus. Hold the bus.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Hey, family.
Hey, them supposed to be Indians right there.
Motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga.
Oh, my naga. If I ever seen a group of pale-faced monkeys, god dang it, I'm looking at one right now. Salute, tribe up. These is pale-faced foreign monkeys. These ain't no Native Americans. These ain't no Indians. What in the... Anywho, my naga.
hopefully share its secrets.
Look like no tobacco Indians.
The use of this dugout canoe is one of those things we're looking forward to examining it, run some tests on it, and really finding out. And
running tests? Whoa, this is an agent. You supposed to be an Indian and you talking about running European Man, let me go ahead, man.
Going back to our elders and getting the history of it to where we can teach the truth to our people.
Big dummy.
He said he want to go to his elders and get the truth. You want to go to your elders and get the truth, my nigga. Hold on. You want to get the truth? He said so he can teach it to the youth. This y'all is the irony of this. The irony, my nigga. He said he wanted to go to his elders, his ancestors, and get the truth, my nigga. You want to go to the niggas in the mountain and get the truth, my nigga. You really want to go to your ancestors and get the truth, my nigga. Hey, this man said he want to go to his ancestors to get the truth, my nigga. If you want to go to your ancestors and get the truth about the canoe, you need to start with the cons. Let's start right there. You need to start with the cons. Your ancestors look like this. If you want to get the truth about the canoe, you need to go to a group of ancestors looking like this, and they not on that reservation. I'm gonna tell you exactly where they at. The ancestors that know all about the little canoe look just like this, and they is not on the reservation. They in the hood, my nigga. They in the hood. Is these the ancestors he talking about? Is this who he talking about? They not on the reservation, big dog. They in the hood.
Really finding out and going back to our elders and getting the history of it to where we can teach the truth to our people and know that we've got concrete evidence.
You want to teach the truth.
Our praise, our peace,
you got concrete evidence. You got to go learn about it. You trying to learn about the little Juka canoe, huh? You learn about the little Naga canoe.
While Hill and his friends recognize the weight of their discovery,
I realized how much it actually meant to people. I realized that it means more to them than it does to me. So I just thought it was a really cool experience for all of them and just to be a part of that.
members of the Waccamaw Siouan tribe are grateful.
Our history
The
is
Waka
still
Flocka
unfolding.
tribe.
When colonialists made contact with our tribe, there's a lot of the things that we held as historical and meaningful to us as cultural.
You ain't know nothing about that canoe. You don't know nothing about a hand dug out Juka canoe, my nigga. Salute, tribe bug, salute. If y'all thought Blackjack was the villain before, y'all about to see the Super Negoose villain now. Y'all about to find the Super Negoose villain Blackjack. This is just getting ridiculous. I'm tired. I'm tired of the ignorance, my nigga. And I be working double hard to fight the ignorance. Everything working against me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, y'all I'm gonna take your ammo from you. Like, you fight me, you come in the fight with Blackjack, I'm gonna take your gun and shoot you with it. I'm gonna take your ammo from you and use it against you. Don't come to me with no weak ass ammo. I'm gonna take it from you and use it against you. And that's what we finna do to them, y'all. Cause that dugout canoe, I know all about them. All they had to do was call me. All they had to do was call Blackjack. They talking about doing tests. They asking this monkey looking people with a bunch of pale faces standing around him about our canoes. All they had to do was call Blackjack, man. I could have pointed them right in the right direction. I would say, yeah, I know that, right? That's a dugout canoe. Yep, that's my ancestors. Yep. I know all about them. I'm down here in the West Indies. I'm in Florida. We do it. I got a little canoe. I know all about this stuff. All they had to do was ask me. But since they ain't want to ask me, I'm gonna take their pistol from them and use it against them. 1,000-year canoe that y'all find that you don't know nothing about. You supposed to be American Indian.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
But I happen to know all about them, and y'all sit back and call us African and say we don't even know the culture and all this here. And it look like you guys don't know. Juka artifacts are on permanent display at MPM, my nigga. And you know they always want to call you maroon, escape slave, but y'all, we got our third eye open. We already broke that down and debunked it. We know when we looking at Juka, we looking at indigenous cons just like us. There was also a reconstructed facade of a house and 2 black and white photographs of daily life, a stool, peanut grinding board, combs. Hey, they say, my mom and my dad always say, if you can't use a comb, don't bring that bitch home. Salute tribe up. That's some real con stuff right there. Before we go, let me pause right there. Let's start right there, son. Where FYBJ? FYBJ, man, if you watching me, man, hit me up in the chat, man. I F with FYBJ, man. I'm not crazy. I like crazy niggas. If my dad and my mama told me a long time, so if she can't use the comb, you better not bring that bitch home, nigga. Told y'all they got blackjack in the wild blackjack mode. Start right there. So we already know what these combs finna look like because we know what the indigenous con look like. Food stirrers and calabash spoons. The exhibit case called Bush Naga of Suriname, South America. Not of Africa, well, of Suriname, South America, indigenous Bush Naga. That the head Bush Naga with a feathered crown. For 5 centuries, they've been trying to replace us. Find out they've been dealing with the seed of Jacob. Bush Naga. It's located on the 3rd floor of the museum. At the end, they put the indigenous Bush Naga to make sure nobody don't find it. They put the Naga at the end of the African hall. What kind of big dummy? You might as well put them down there by the Romanian works. And the beginning of the South American Hall. So the South American Hall begins at the end of the African. Y'all see the kind of deception these hijackers doing? Feather dragging in the house, tribe buck salute. Got in, putting up, tribe buck salute. We on something new all day today, y'all, about this ancient Naga canoe they found. And I'm gonna prove it's ours. You ain't finna pull nothing out the water. Y'all know they buried the Naga cities underwater. Come on now. What other evidence you need? Y'all know they built fake lakes. They put up dams to bury Naga cities. You know that's our canoe. And they need to give it back, bring it to the hood. Wood carving. Wood carving, my Naga, Oh, the good old wood carving. Wood carving is the most prevalent and intricate art form of the Juka, who called that dugout, indigenous Nagas. The tropical forests of Suriname provide a variety of wood types that are suitable for carving, most commonly tropical cedar. The wood carver uses an axe and a machete, my Naga. The machete like the Bayou Gula ladies, and a machete, and nowadays a chainsaw to cut down trees and gather wood for this work, and a small knife for carving his designs. The carver uses a nail and a piece of string and chalk to create his designs on the wood. To give the wood a polished surface, the carver uses sand as an abrasive. Palm oil and smoking will give the wood a darker color. Notice all this is indigenous materials. Wood carvings are often decorated to emphasize a specific design, either with brass tacks or with circular burn marks made by pressing the heated end of an empty gun cartridge or umbrella tying to the wooden surface. Generally, the designs used in wood carving are of a curvilinear geometric nature, such as figure 8, 5, U, scrolls, and curves. Utilitarian objects as love tokens. Wood carving is the art form from the Juka from which the Juka are most widely recognized. So who called if the Juka, if the indigenous Juka, Anthony Barnett and House Tribe up. If the indigenous Juka, if the indigenous Juka are widely recognized in the art of wood carving, if the indigenous Turmeric Khan Juka Nagas are widely recognized at the art of wood carving boats and canoes, you can't give credit to no Romanian ass Sasalasa leaking ass Naga. No, the Juka recognize. You can't recognize Sasalasa and be like, nice work, bro, nice work, cool work, bro. No, that's not right. The Juka did it. And the art through which the Juka men express love and affection between Juka men and women, the giving of gifts is essential for the maintenance of a relationship. Carved items given as gifts help keep a woman's affection and partnership. These beautiful wood objects are made in the forms of several different utilitarian objects, commonly food stirrers, combs, trays, paddles, and clothes. Beaters, husbands also build their wives a house and a manifestation of the provision for her in their marriage. My naga, that's dope right there. That ought to be, somebody ought to put that in the love letter on a birthday or on an anniversary card, my naga. I saw one of these paddles, my naga, nicely painted and carved online. It's selling for like, I checked, it's on the auction for like $1,800. I hope nobody ain't bought it because I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it, my naga, so I can put it up in the lab, my naga. I live this, man. I ain't playing around with this. These nagas, these old goof ass nagas out here think this a game. I live this. I'm looking at the paddle. I was gonna show y'all the paddle. I saw it for $1,800. I was scared to show y'all. I was like, man, if I show y'all, man, Sausalina tribe might try to buy it, man. I ain't finna show nobody. Some things you gotta keep secret. It's a time to teach, and it's a time to be secretive, and it's a time to be petty, my naga. Stirrers, paddles, and clothes beaters. Yeah, they wash their clothes in the river, my naga, with their soaps, and they beat the clothes with a wooden clothes beat. I done studied this stuff, man. I already know what I'm looking at. That's why they came. They been out pulling that out the water, talking and hope I don't see it. They better try to slide it on the radar. Food stirrers are used in cooking to stir rice and other foods prepared for ritual occasions. They are relatively flat. The size of the blade and the handle vary according to geographical location and maker. Vary according to geographical location and makers. Juka women usually own several stirrers. Most stirrers serve a functional purpose and are actually used by the recipient in cooking, but some are much more delicate and serve purely aesthetic purposes. MPM has 24 food stirrers in its collection. And gotta look at some of the food stirrers. Nagas out just carving away, my naga. And some of these things look like they could be even used as a weapon. You run up in the house messing with somebody and they in there cooking, your ass might get messed up, man. Naga building his wife a house, my naga. They passing back and forth gifts of love, my naga, the maintenance their relationships, my naga. Hey, you nagas relationships mess up. Y'all nagas don't do nothing for each other. Y'all, you mean tell me you ain't got a naga nothing for his birthday but a pair of Green Bay Packer socks?
You big dummy.
Ladies, a naga ain't gonna build you no house, man. I ain't about to go out there and call nobody no house, man. They just give me a pair of Green Bay Packer socks on my birthday, man. That is whack, man. That is whack, man. That is some whack.
Big family.
Hey, y'all nagas. Let me stop. I'm gonna start talking about relationship shit with you nagas. Nagas be in their feelings and shit. I dropped two Cynthia G videos. I got people all in my chat talking crazy. Cause I'm dissing Cynthia G. Hey man, Cynthia G said murder all the Israelite boys. She crazy. Yes, I'm gonna attack Cynthia G. She the Ku Klux Klan in blackface. Alright, here go the combs, my naga. I know everybody like this part. It's the combs. These nagas had Afro pics. These old ass combs, they artifacts. The museum got them all in there. You can't even buy one, naga. You know how much this damn Afro pic worth, my naga? The best thing you can do is go get one of them bush picks, the old school bush picks with the fist on it. That's the best thing you're gonna be able to do, unless you're gonna just go out here and try to carve you one. Nah. If you're gonna get you a knife and a nail and some string, my nigga, and you're gonna carve one, I'd rather recommend you do that. But you're gonna have to study. These combs are one of the most prized handcraft. Yeah, my nigga, I know, by Juka women. You been, hey, these Juka women prize these handcraft Juka combs. These Juka women, these are very prized handcraft combs of the Juka women. You bet not that Juka woman, she will pull out, you mess with her comb, she will pull out that bow and arrow on your ass in a heartbeat. She will pull out that bow and arrow quicker than Cynthia G pull out that bang.
You big dummy.
Hey, family.
She will file on you about that Juka comb. Not only are they valued for their magnificent, they are magnificent. I like that word, magnificent. The magnificent Juka combs, craftsmanship. Women also use them in styling and ornamenting their hair. They might just hang one up in their head in the back with a fist sticking out. That's just a style. Because the Naga is just so clever. The Naga say, my comb is stylish. She said, who says a comb is just for combing the hair? They say, sometimes we just hang our combs in our hair. We're the only people on the planet who can do that. We're the only people on the planet that can stick a pick in the back of our head and it just hang there like frozen like the Matrix. You walking down the street and it's a bush pick in the back of your head looking like the Matrix, looking like it. And the European pale face Neanderthals, they like, hey, is that gel holding that thing in there? Is that spritz? I'm not looking like gel and spritz. Like, Naga, please. The Naga, like, this is our style and our ornamenting our hair, an art form in which they take great pride because they are used repeatedly. The wooden combs passed down from their great grandma, and you touch that comb, they might hit you with the backhand side of. Don't play about that comb. Better not try to steal another comb. And you Neanderthals, you better not touch that comb and you get your fleas on our comb. Your lice. Something wrong with those people. Because you know why. Now, let's stop right here for a minute. I'm finna continue because we had the good part about the comb. I'm finna continue, but hold on. I just had a revelation. The Most High just spoke to me, y'all. I got a prophecy right here, y'all. Let me get it out. I just thought about it. My eyes all crossed and shit. The Most High just spoke to me. Thank you, Lord. Why they get lice and we don't? You know why? Because they mix with monkeys. Lice don't get on real original man. Lice get on, and fleas get on animals like dogs and cats and monkeys. That's why they got fleas in their health. Thank you, the Most High. Revelation. So Selena, go ahead and do a video on that one. You can steal that one. Steal that one, so Selena. They take great pride in their hair, my naga. We take great pride because they are used repeatedly. The wooden combs often break after several years use, my naga. And the woman then receives a new one from her husband. Like food stirrers, some combs are much too delicate to be functional in hairstyle. It's too delicate. This thing is too tight to just be combing your hair with it every day. And serve as personal objects that women treasure and display as symbols of wealth. MPM has 5 combs. They on MPM only got 5. And one combination comb food stirrer in this collection. So we know, see, the $5 pretenders, they can't hijack this one. They said, oh man, they gotta be. They went in the jungle and dug up some old bush picks. And they immediately said, okay, this is the land of darkness. It gotta be darkness here. We finding 1,000-year-old bush picks. It can't be a red man. Evidence is a mountain of it, my naga, and the Negus is in the mountain, my naga. The top of the mountain is the Negus, my naga. How you gotta have your third eye on to see this stuff. You can't just be no hijacker. You can't just be no new jack hijack going along copying people content. Think you gonna come up with this guy. You have to have your third eye open at all times, and you got to talk to the Most High to see these things, my naga. Houses, Juka women's houses are built for them by their husbands. After the marriage ceremony, like see, they keeping it real. They struggle loving in the relationship. The Juka man, like, man, I ain't building no house. They're like, we gotta be married. You think I'm gonna build your house? You don't have to be my wife. You don't just get no house out here talking about struggle love and all this. You better struggle love. We regular people. Now, when we get married, I'm gonna put in work. I'm gonna build you a house, and you gonna put in work too. This how they doing it. They tribing up together on some real tribe shit. In this act, he is demonstrating his love and protection over her in their relationship. Men too, the Juka man like, man, you know what? I'm gonna build a house after we get married. I ain't giving you nothing, building nothing before then, because I don't know who else you talking to. Women out here dating multiple men at one time, going on foodie calls and all this here. These Juka men is not playing. They is not playing. They tribing up. They ain't playing no games. They say you want a house. They say sign the dotted line. They say men too have their own houses that they build for themselves. Men's homes are much smaller than the women's home. Even like today, my Naga, even when Nagas got children together, and like Nagas are separated for whatever reason, the woman usually has a bigger house. The man, because the man don't really care about all that. The man really care about his kids being well off. It's not rare to see a couple split and then the man go off and live in an apartment and the woman keep the house. It's not a rare occasion, my Naga. You see that all the time. Cause the man mind ain't on that. The man, like me, like my house. Let me tell y'all something about me. I don't owe that much on my house. My house cheap. It's made out of concrete block though, very solid. My house about 60 years old, my Naga. I ain't paying but 60 grand for it. I don't owe about 13 grand on it. I paid this house off. I'm about to pay this house off in under 8 years, my Naga. I don't care about all that. I used to talk to this girl who used to be serious. Back then, I was about to buy this house. It was like $180,000. I had the credit and stuff. They were ready to sign me up. The mortgage was high as fuck. Back then, the mortgage was gonna be like $1,800 a month. This was back then. I was like, I was gonna do it too. I was goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Good thing ain't work out, my Naga. I bought me a humble house. I'm almost done paying for it, my Naga, and I ain't even retired yet, my Naga. I'm retired early, my Naga. I ain't gonna be no slave all my life, my Naga. And if I see fit to build me a family and get me a nicer house, I'll sell the one I got or rent this thing got. You know what I'm saying? I don't think small-minded, my Naga. Hey, but it says the men's homes are much smaller than the women's because the women live with and raise the children. Juka homes are generally made of wood with thatched roofs. Though today, now peep this though. The man building the bigger house for his woman, his wife, to raise the kids in, and he got the smaller house. Guess what though? I bet it better not be no another Naga sliding up in there, in that big house with his kids in there. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you it won't be another Naga trying to slide up in that Juka man wife house with his kids in there. Probably won't make it out alive, my Naga. See all the debauchery and degeneracy that go on in the United States? Oh yeah, okay. Try it in the bush. Try that shit in the bush. It say Juka homes are generally made of wood with thatched roofs. Though today galvanized metal imported from the coast is often used for roofing. Traditionally, the width of a house is no larger than the length of an outstretched hammock, which is hung in the rear of the house. Naga got a hammock on his back porch. Y'all know a Naga invented the hammock. That's one more thing. They glossed over that. The Nagas invented the hammock though. I could do a whole show on that. A Juka house is divided into two spaces. The back section designated for sleeping, where the hammock is hung, and the larger front space for storage of utilitarian objects, food, medicines, gifts, clothing, and other household items. During the mid-20th century, the facades were boldly and brightly painted with traditional. Whose tradition? The Naga. Curvilinear and geometric patterns, but contemporary structures are much less ornate. No windows are built into the walls. Most of the women's chores, including cooking and laundry, are done outside of her home, which makes smart. She don't try to have, because I cook outside mostly. I don't be cooking all in the house. I don't even store a lot of food in my house. How you get roaches from rats, fool? Like they have in Europe, in Romania. Houses are primarily used as a storage facility and places to sleep. Tribe up. Try buck, Chukanaga with the long cloth on. Nigga know it's not long. Man with his child, my nigga. Hey, peace to the cons, my nigga. Damn, I love stuff like this. Y'all know this gotta go on the poster, my nigga. I'll put this in my dining room, my nigga. I'm in love with stuff like this, my nigga. Quiet storm shine in the house, try buck salute. Ain't that nice right there, my nigga? I mean, this ain't really what they want you on, my nigga. They want you on death and destruction and hating each other, my nigga. They want you, they don't want to see these little dog babies. They don't want you understanding who you truly are, my nigga. That nigga, like, he got on lotion too, man. I know the nigga got on cologne. The nigga look like him and the baby got lotion on, my nigga. They probably got olive oil on their skin, my nigga. House is beautiful. And man, house might look better than my house, man. Look at the decorations, my nigga. Ain't nothing in Africa look anything like this, my nigga. This ain't even no diss to Africans. We just being honest about historical truths and who we are. Can't take away from us who we are. And can't nobody get mad when we stand up and say who we are. When we stand up and say who we are, we ain't disrespecting nobody else. We ain't hating nobody else. Why? When we stand up and say who we are, we gotta be considered as hate or disrespecting somebody else. Something is wrong with that. Something is wrong with the fact that you can't stand the fuck up and say, hey man, I'm a con. I ain't from Africa. Look, we different. Look, we different. There's something wrong with that. You can't stand up and say that without somebody pissed off for claiming you hating. And then when you defending yourself from somebody attacking you. The calabash fruit is a native, just like the naga, to the tropical environments, and its firm exterior provides the juca with a medium for spoons and dishes. These calabash utensils are decoratively carved, most commonly by women. Oh, the women work, okay. The designs are curvilinear in nature, just like the ones their husbands make. The Amerindians of Suriname. Look, see? Okay, here go the hijack, y'all. I knew it wouldn't be long. Hey, salute on the big tree in the house, tribe up. Salute. I knew it wouldn't be long. My naga, you are the Amerindian. Now look, here's the hijack, y'all, right here. They know it's you. Here's the cover up. Okay, yeah, these nagas making combs and spoons and all this and houses, but the Amerindians also do it. Y'all see the hijack? Y'all see the cover up? They trying to always throw somebody in there with you. You know, you are the Indian. Ain't no fucking red, man. The Amerindian is the Juka. What you talking about? The Amerindians of Suriname also. The Juka is the Amerindian. You're not fooling us with this double talk. Every damn article about anything we research, it's always some double talk, and you gotta slide in and talk about, oh yeah, the Indians do it too. On everything? On everything we read about, the Indians happen to do it too. But they not the Indians. Man, I was born tonight, but not last night. The Amerindians of Suriname also, yeah, okay, yeah. But maroon carving techniques are designs of their own invention. Yeah, we know the maroons is the Indian. We know the $5 Indians ain't invented. We know it's the Naga invention, man. This is just pathetic, man. This is exhausting, man. When you know the level of information that we know in the House of Cons, it's just exhausting reading through this dumbness and people trying to cover up stuff. But we would take our time, slow it down to point out. We would take your pistol from you and point it back at you. That's all we're gonna do. Calabash preparation begins when the woman selects the right fruits from the trees, saws them in half, and removes the inedible pulp. The resulting, the white people probably came with the pulp inedible. They're probably poisonous. White people over there, man, that's good food. They're probably trying to eat it. The Europeans trying to eat the pulp. They probably looking at the food like, hey man, what did you do? Hey, the Juker know not to eat that shit though. They're like, hey, look, man, we just use this shit to make bowls and spoons and shit. We ain't supposed to eat that shit. This is hilarious to me. They removed the inedible bowl. The resulting shells, I bet the $5 pretenders they brought down there in the World Zoo, I bet some of them ate that pork. They goof ass. They ain't know what to do down there. They were eating pork, dying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the Indians too. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me show y'all who they talking about. Let me show y'all who ate the pork. Let's pause for a minute. We got time. I'm playing around. Told y'all we changing up the show. We entertaining over here. We having fun. We funny. We got time to teach. We got time to laugh too. We ain't studying no hijacker. We on their ass though. We on their ass. Don't make no mistake. We on the hijackers' ass. All of them. European hijackers, Romanian hijackers, Naga jackers. We on all hijackers. Let me show y'all who came down there faking like they was us, man. And they was trying to eat the pole. The Naga looking at their ass crazy, like, why the hell you eating that? You ain't supposed to eat that. Look, y'all, hold on. We almost there. We almost there, y'all. I ain't doing all this no more, dropping all these community posts, giving up on there for Salsa Lisa. I be saying salsa, they be putting salsa commercials on my videos. Every time I say Salsa Lisa, they throw a salsa commercial on. Damn, I be posting too much shit down here. There we go, right there. That's who's eating the poke, my naga, on the left. On the left, trying to blend in. He look goofy. He don't even look funny. He's not in shape. Look, come on now, let's start right there, son, before we go back to the article. Who look like they really carving shit? Who look like they got the muscles to be carving up something? This man on the left, arms is flabby. Who look like he can run through the jungle and tear some ass up? The people on the right, definitely. The man on the left, I don't think he popping off nothing. I think he's a hijack. In fact, his background is Photoshop. He's not really in the jungle. He got a Rambo bandana on, fool. You ain't no real Indian. Look at them legs, man. You kick him in the eye, kick him in the kneecap one time, it's over. The fight over with. If Black Jack, my leg like this naga right here. I got a special leg, my naga. I kicked that naga in the knee one time. That naga gonna be on the ground. That shit is over with. I'm gonna break them monkey little bones. I know who was really in the jungle. You got these pretenders always talking about the Amerindians did it too. What you mean? Look at this. What is that? What is this, my naga? I wouldn't dare throw my pipe in the dirt like this. I wouldn't dare. Y'all talking about mixing out with these people and talking about they tribe too. Look at those legs. What the leg? What the ankles? I wouldn't dare. What are those? Y'all remember that shit? What are those? Y'all talking about mixing out. I wouldn't dare mix out with nobody whose legs look like this, my naga. I wouldn't throw my D down the drain. Never, ever in my life. I don't care y'all talking about, they brown. Oh, he just got curly hair. Yeah, right, my naga. Who look like they really built for. Now, sister bow-legged. Hey, I was born bow-legged too, y'all. I was born bow-legged too. They actually had to break my legs as a child. When I came out, my legs are worse than hers, actually. My mama got pictures. They had to break both of my legs as an infant and put them in casts to straighten me up, my naga, as a child. You know what I'm saying? But when we look at who's overall in better health and in better shape, and who more fit, it's clear to see who is. It's clear to see who really in the jungle. And this naga here, he look like. This naga here look like. This naga, man, look like. Who he look like, man? I'm trying to think. Somebody in my mind. I can't think of it right now. It's funny too. I can't think of who it is right now, y'all. Clearly not in the jungle though. Clearly not a Jew. Clearly not a real Tamari Khan. Let's get back to what we're reading. I just want to point out these monkey people for a minute. Let's go back to what we reading on. They want to call you the maroon. Maroon carving techniques and designs are of their own invention. Yeah, we invented all of it. With y'all eating the Pope. The result, that's why that lady looked like that. You know she eating, look now, look. You know they was eating the Pope. Look at that, man. They was eating the Pope. Hey, Curtis say this. Them some hobby. Hey, them was some hobby feet, Curtis. I think them leprosy feet. I don't know what they Them some leprosy feet. Right there, look. See, my naga leg, look, you can tell they bit us with the cause we always see the arm bangers and the leg bangers around out, but Naga's wetting. Naga, she got that thing on there like a turnip. Like they about to cut her leg off. You ever saw a Naga with a pit bull puppy or a Rottweiler puppy? They done put a rubber band on the puppy tail, make the tail fall off. They about to make the lady leg fall off. Lady, you ain't getting no circulation like that. That lady kidney is about to collapse, man. She about to have a kidney failure, man. Smashing a bottle, you know. They remain in pulp scraped out with a spoon at the river edge. Next, she prepares her carving tool, smashing a bottle to produce sharp pieces of glass, and selecting one to use for incising the lines of her design. The freshly carved bowls are soaked in water, rubbed smooth with an abrasive leaf, and then fine sand, dried in the sun, rubbed with lime halves, rinsed and dried again. They are now ready for use. MPM has 5 calabash spoons and 4 calabash dishes in its collection. Alright, so they got the stools. We ain't gonna read this whole read because it's I mean, let me see how long. I be saying that. Let me see how long it is. We might just go on to do it. Yeah, it ain't that long. We can go on and knock this out. Yeah, it's some. I'm gonna skip the stools and some of this other stuff. Like, we're gonna look at the pictures though. So this the stools, my naga. I saw one of these for sale too. They wanted by, I think that thing was about $8 grand though. I liked it too because it had a nice design on it. Oh, that's a stool, my naga. They got the peanut grinding boards. All these are these indigenous American artifacts, my naga. You gotta recognize what you're looking at. Boy, if I could get one of these canoes though, salute, tribe up. If I could get one of these dugout canoes, my naga. It's dugout canoes carved from a single tree, my naga. Before we read about the dugout canoe carved from a single tree, let's read about the dugout canoe carved from a single tree real quick. Just real quick. What is the Native American canoe called? Dugout canoe. Oh, it's dugout, like the Juka, huh? Constructed by indigenous people throughout the Americas, where suitable laws were available. What you mean, like in Suriname? Native Americans of the Pacific Northwest were and are still very skilled at crafting wood. What are the Aztec canoes called? Dugout canoes. Kali. Oh, wow, okay. Oh yeah, you want to put you want to try to lighten up the naga, that naga dog. Yeah, Nagas invented the canoe. That's what people don't know. You invented the kayak and the canoe. They don't give you credit for it, but you invented the kayak and the canoe because the canoe was a kali, or was water house, from the two words atal, water, and kali, from house. But when the Europeans came over here, they thought they was pointing at the water. You thought they was pointing at the house. You was telling them what it was, and they didn't get it. Dugout canoes were constructed by indigenous people. Let's go to that real quick. We're gonna jump back to what we're reading on. We just connecting the dots, Managa. Here's some pictures to connect dots and match with, Managa. That's Pacific Northwest. Look at that whitewash, Naga. Dugout canoes were constructed by indigenous people throughout the Americas. Native Americans of the Pacific Northwest. While natives around smaller rivers use spruce logs, cedar logs, Aboriginals, no, how they did it though. Australia, man. Nobody say they want to go all over the place. You don't want to say much about the Naga, huh? Because you know it's the indigenous Naga. So so Wikipedia ain't got much to say. We know what it is. Let's go to it. Canoes. Canoes are integral to the Juka way of life because they serve as the primary, the main. Let's say main whip. Naga had spinning wheels on the canoe. He had a 4-pack of 12s in there. He had an amp on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Naga had 10 on the canoe. All that. You know what I'm saying? Naga would pimp my canoe and setting trends like always. You know what I'm saying? And it's their primary mode. They put their whole family on a canoe wherever they need to go. They're like, y'all, we finna hit the mall. Get in the canoe. Canoes are made by Juka men and require considerable time. Who's that indigenous canoe they found made by? Who was it carved out by? The Juka men. And require, when I say Juka men, I'm talking about, you might as well just stick con right there, my nigga. It's our family, my nigga. And require considerable time and effort to build. All canoes are dugouts, meaning they are carved out of a single tree, my nigga, felled by the maker. They chop the tree down. I'm gonna chop me a tree and see if I can make me a canoe, my nigga. I'm gonna try this shit. Preceding gender roles section. The centers of the logs are hollowed and burnt out. Look now, the centers of the logs are hollowed and burnt out by the Juka. So why when I put in indigenous canoes, instead of showing me the Juka with his dreads and shit, hey, that's the double canoe like Kila Lee from Hawaii had, the Naga in Hawaii had double canoe. Why when you telling me that the Juka Nagas, that the indigenous Nagas are burning out the man, where was that? I just took that home. Let me go back to it. You telling me why when you telling me the indigenous Naga burning out the center of the canoe, then when we see pictures, we get this. In the Americas, look, dugout canoe constructed by indigenous people like the Juka, right? Burning out the center. See, y'all, tell y'all, we connect dots over here. We do real research. We don't just run with the first thing we see, man, because we know they be lying. We know they be lying. So we take the pistol from them, point it back at them like So Salasa, and use it against them. Oh, you want to lie? Oh, you want to show me a $5 pretender burning out the canoe, huh? $5 pretender burning. Oh, so, okay. So I believe you, though. I believe you that Native Americans made their canoe like this. I know this is true, but I know this is a lie. This ain't the Native American. I know this white man right here ain't no indigenous American. I know this rhesus monkey right here ain't the indigenous American. I know who the real ones is. Since you told me that's how they make the indigenous, and then you want to turn around and tell me they maroons and they burning out their canoes, you liar. And they got their own style, their own inventions, you liar. You want to call them maroons from Africa, you liar. You just told me it was the indigenous cons. You threw up a whitewash picture, fool. Research for real, man. The centers of the logs are hollowed out and burnt out. They're not maroons. And these are not, the Juka is not maroons, and these are not Indians. The centers of the logs are hollowed and burnt out, and the shell is gradually open and widened using heat. Canoe lengths range from about 10 to 50 feet and are usually painted with bright colors and bold designs. Remember that dude, he was like, man, it just kept going and going. He said it just kept going and going. He said, I tried to dig it up and it just kept going and going.
More, and it just kept going.
State archaeologist John Mintz says that led...
It just kept going.
State archaeologist John...
We came back and we started digging some more, and it just kept going.
State archaeologist John...
Yeah, it just kept going, yeah. I bet it did. I bet it just kept on going. Damn near 50 feet sometime. And I usually paint it in bright colors, my naga, with bold designs, my naga. Bright color with bold designs, my naga. They said they gotta get the canoe tested and all that. Y'all remember what he said? Hold on, man. That man said, yeah, we got to get it tested. I said, yeah, we got to get the canoe tested. We don't know. That's what he said. Y'all remember? All he had to do was call me. All he had to do was call me.
So we were throwing mussels at each other, and I stepped on it, and I thought it was a log, and I tried to pick it up, and it never came up. So we kept digging at it, and it just kept going. And then the next day we came back and we started digging some more, and it just kept going.
State archaeologist John Mintz says that led to a lengthy removal process, but it was worth it in the end.
This canoe is about 1,000 years old, and it's a southeastern Indian canoe, and it's originated
Southeast,
from this area.
what, Florida?
So we wanted the local Indian group to be part of it and share with the agency of it.
Canoe will be taken to a lab to be preserved, studied, and hopefully share its secrets.
The use of this
Share its
dugout
secrets.
canoe
Not
is
a
one of
secret.
those things we're looking forward to examining it, run some tests on
We
it,
need to
really
examine it. We need
finding
to run
out
tests.
and going back
You
to
don't even
our
run no.
elders
You don't even run no
and getting
tests.
the history of it to where we can teach the truth to our people.
We want to teach the truth. Come to the House of Cons if you want to teach the truth to the people. We got it right here. That the ancient dugout canoe. You big dummy. We don't have to run tests. The knocker is the test. The knocker put it down and burnt the hull out, fool. Not you. Suck ass. I hate these people, man. Y'all just don't get it, man. I don't know, man. These people, man. Man, look. I ain't finna read the rest of this. But the tattoos, look. Knox was tatting himself. Juka girl with facial cicatrization. Now look, see how they want to try to hijack you? They want to throw a West African man with tribal scarring. That ain't got nothing to do with this. That don't even look the same. That does not look the same as him. They are not related, fool. You big dummy. You ain't gonna stick us somewhere else. You know you in the stronghold of the noggin and everything you find is ours. You steady trying to put us somewhere else. Always got a hijack. Always got a hijack. Nah, Monaga. Look, Liberian woman. Women braiding hair, the Juka women. We ain't Liberian. They are not dressed alike. I like the dressing on the right better than on the left now, and I like the way I like the hair braiding on the right better than the left. I don't like this on. I don't like that bayang on the left. I ain't hating on them, but I don't like their bayang. I like the bayang on the right. Her titties look better on the right than on the left. Jewelry, there are a variety of accessories. Hoop earrings, of course. What, pearl necklaces? Let me see. What is this? Armbands. Fiber armbands, Monaga. Metal armbands. I thought they were hoop earrings, them metal armbands. I would like to order some. Traditional clothing, Monaga. Yeah, man, if y'all want to go read this little, it's from the Milwaukee Public Museum. They got a Naga stuff in the Milwaukee Public Museum. Y'all want to read this, man? The source right here, man. I got some 5 members on this stuff coming tonight, for real. I postponed it from last night, but I'm gonna pop it out tonight. But I'm still popping new stuff all day today. I'm gonna give y'all a bunch of new work today, man. I've been holding back, just watching. Holding back, watching. But I'm gonna pop the new work off. We're gonna crack jokes about Sausalisa. How we rocking. We're gonna make Sausalina famous, or he gonna make us famous, one or the other. Hey, Tribe Buck, I'm Blackjack, this House of Cons, man. I see y'all a little bit later. I'm going to feed my dog.